Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, good evening to everyone. This video I would like to continue about our skeletal system topic. Previous video I already explained about what are the different components, divisions in the skeletal system, axial skeletal system and then appendicular skeletal system we discussed. Now in the axial skeletal system, what are the different bones are there along with the axial, that skull and then vertebral column, that topics we want to know. What are the bones are there? That bone along with the numbers that you should be remember because of that number of bones in the particularly one place, either vertebral column or rib, that it is a major questions in the NEET based questions. Okay, let me start today video session. Hi Nana, see here on yesterday we discussed about two type of skeletal systems. One is the axial skeletal system, another one is appendicular skeletal system. Axial skeletal system is totally made up of the 80 bones and 126 bones regarding to the appendicular. In yesterday, in that axial, skull, vertebrae, sternum, ribs, that parts we seen. Especially the skull places, cranium we already seen. In the cranium places. In cranium places, what are the bones we seen? Just a recollection, I didn't write here. Frontal bone, that is our forehead, and then parietal after temporal, occipital time only I said our skull is a trichondric skull. And then sphenoid, anthemoid. Later onwards I am continuation. Okay, up to that 8 bones we completed. Then facial bones. That facial bones totally 14 facial bones are there. Some of the pairs are some of the single. See here, nozzle bones. It is a paired nozzle. Nozzle word it indicates simply it is a nose. And then maxillae. Maxillae means our upper jaw. Upper jaw it is belongs to maxillae. And then zygomatic. Zygomatic bone is especially in the base of on the inner side of jaws. Zygomatic and lacrimal. Lacrimal word itself you understand. Lacrimal mean tear. Okay, tear gland base. These lacrimal bones are there. And then palatine. Palatine, how many bones are there? 2. Palatine means here in the inside of the buccal cavity roof we have the pellet, hard pellet. That hard pellet, that one here 2 so assembling to each other to form the palatine. So 2. And then nasal concave. Nasal concave, this is the also same. Nasal concave here, but when you touch the nose base, it has a V-shaped bone. That 2 bones, nasal concave. And vomer 1 and mandible. Yesterday these headings already seen, but now some of the little bit extra information. See here, mandibles are lower jaw. Mandible is nothing but lower jaw. Maxillary means upper. Mandibles, mandibles are nothing but lower jaw. It is only one. That shape is a U-shaped. It is in a U-shaped. And then it is the longest and strongest bone in the only face. Okay, don't think it the total all our body. just in the facial bones, here we say 14, especially in the cranium wise, if you comparing these facial bones, cranium bones are very strongest. So what we are saying about here facial region, the facial region, these mandible bone only U-shaped longest and strongest, along with that movable bone in the total skull. In the total skull, this is the only movable bone. Correct only na mandible. Okay, this is about facial. Total 14. Paranganana nasal bones are 2 and maxillary are 2 and zygomatic 2 and lacrimal 2 and palatine 2 and nasal concave 2 and vomer 1 and mandibles are 1. Totally 14 number count completed. Okay. Then bones of associated with sensory organs. Some of the bones are present in that sensory organs. Yesterday itself we discussed some, but names wise I mentioned here. Here nasal septa. Nasal septa is one of the bone, but it is a somewhat of movable also. If you see, if you put the, sorry to tell like this, if you put the finger inside of the nose, in the two holes of the nose are separated by the one septa. Correct only na? One septa. That only nasal septa. That strong plate-like structure. That nasal septa. And orbits. These orbits, what itself, it will give a deep depression in the face. See, orbits, it is a bony depression. That bony depressions are give the chance for eyeball socket. Okay, eyeballs are located in the deep depression bones. That bones we call the orbits. Okay, eyeball sockets. And then ear ossicle. Here very important thing, ear ossicle. Ear ossicles are 3 ear ossicles. What are that 3 ossicles? Means smallest bones in the presence in the inside of ear. That too, it is a little bit movable also. It will be show the something vibrating because of sensory organs receiving that vibrations. These things will be vibrate. Okay, nothing but how when you see the drum, okay, music instrument drum, when you touch that drum, it will show something vibration. Okay, see that ossicles, ear ossicles, 3 ear ossicles, they are movable. That 3 ear ossicles are malleus, incus, stapes. These actually these are the modification structures. About these 3 ear ossicles in the sensory organs, explanation in the nervous system time I will explain. Up to that, this is the only bony nature. How it will modified I will tell later. So malleus, incus, stapes. Stapes you have to remember. These stapes is the smallest bone in our body. Smallest bone, ear ossicle. Okay. Then one more bone, hyoid bone. Hyoid bone is present in the base of buccal cavity. Base of buccal cavity. Now, for example, if you need some explanation for this one, scalp. They are in the corona sample taking time. That technicians will be take it something sample from the throat onwards. That place from the throat beginning place buccal cavity end is there now. That base of the buccal cavity, it contains the hyoid bone. So totally these are the bones. Here in these 3 bones they will count in the numbers. Which one? Ear ossicles, malleus, incus, stapes. These and all not yet come. So totally facial bones are 14, and then in the bone associated with sense organs are 3. 3 means 2 ears are there. 3 plus 3, 6. Hyoid bone 1. Remember that one. Last I will be again recall it that one. Then see vertebral column. In the vertebral column time, in our vertebral column made up of the 26 vertebrae. 26 vertebrae. The 26 vertebrae are cervical vertebrae 7 and thoracic vertebrae are 12, lumbar vertebrae are 5, sacral here 1. Why I mention 1 by 5 mean, once upon a time these sacral vertebrae are 5. When the baby become the adult, 5 bones, vertebral bones are fused to each other, and then it will become a one sacral bone. And as a simultaneously coxal also formed by the 1 by 4. That means 4 bones, vertebrae are fused to each other to form the one. Remember like that for understanding. So maybe something based on these two questions are there in MCQs. How many bones are fusing in the sacral bone like? So totally 26. Cervical 7 and thoracic 12, lumbar 5 and sacral 1 and then already we seen vertebral column made up of the 26 vertebrae. Cervical 4, thoracic 12, lumbar 5 and sacrum 1. Why I kept 1 by 5 means when the embryonic time that is a combination of the 5 bones combined to each other to form the one bone, and coccygeal also same like that. 1 by 4 means embryonic time 4 bones, but adult one modification becoming adult one, that 4 bones are fused into each other, 1 bone is formed. That is the thing. So totally you have to remember cervical 7, thoracic 12, lumbar 5, sacral 1 and coccygeal 1. Okay, then later continuation about that one, sternum. Sternum, it is a part in our ventral part. Our ventral side below the neck to up to abdominal place, middle of the ventral position, one strong big line is there, that is sternum. It is a flattened bone mid ventral line of thorax. That thorax is differentiated into the 3 parts. One is anterior part, second one middle part, third one posterior part. Anterior part we call as a manubrium. Anterior part we call as a manubrium, and second part we call as a midbrain. Mid part. That mid part simply we call as a body. And then later posterior. Posterior is a xiphoid process. Xiphoid process. Okay. So totally sternum is a ventral line wise, it is a one bone in the place of the thorax. Then it is made up of, it is divided into the 3 parts. One is a manubrium, anterior part, middle part body, and the posterior part it is a xiphoid process. Xiphoid process. Then that is only one bone. That is only one bone only. Later that's rib case. Okay. Then before rib case, already I said na, that is the anterior part, mid part, pointer place parangana, and then later posterior part. Later posterior part xiphoid process. This is the only one and only bone presence in the mid ventral line. Later come to the ribs. In the human being, it containing with 12 pairs of ribs. 12 pairs of ribs. Simply the 12 pairs of ribs in the give the protection to the sensitive organs, because when you see in our body rib cage internally, lungs also present and heart also present inside of that ribs only. Okay, so that's why that rib cage is giving the proper posture of our body. Along with that one, it is give to the protection to the sensory organs. Okay, sorry, not sensory, sensitive organs. So once again, rib cage, that rib cage 12 pairs of ribs are there. It present in the human chest places, especially chest place we call it the thoracic part also. Okay, then that ribs are connected to with dorsally one side and ventrally one more side. Dorsal side it is connecting with the vertebral column. Dorsal side is connecting with the vertebral column. In the ventral side it is connecting with the sternum. Okay, so because of our vertebral column is located in the place of the ventral side, and then our sternum is located in the vertebral column located in the dorsal side, our sternum is located in the ventral side. Okay, so that ribs in that both sides, in the ventral side and dorsal side, it is connecting with the vertebral column and sternum. Then
Basing on their connecting with the vertebral column and sternum, ribs are classified into the three types. Ribs are classified into the three types. The ribs are true ribs and false ribs and floating ribs. Ribs are classified into the three types. One is true ribs, false ribs and then floating ribs. Okay, then here the why we call as some of the ribs in the 12 ribs, why we call as some ribs are true ribs. That true ribs are attaching with both sides, I mean ventral and dorsal sides, attaching with the vertebral column and sternum. So which ribs are attaching to the vertebral column with the sternum, those ribs we call as a true ribs. That means based on this statement what you get it, all ribs are not yet attaching with the vertebral column and sternum. Okay, so some of the ribs are not yet attaching to the sternum. Okay, what are ribs I will tell. So which ribs are attaching to the both vertebral column and sternum, those ribs only we called true ribs. Based on that only we given the name as a vertebrosternal ribs. That vertebrosternal ribs. How many bones are there? 1 to 7. 1 to 7. Next one, false ribs. That false ribs are nothing but vertebrochondral. What is the vertebrochondral? Here false ribs mean those and all attaching with the vertebral column but not attaching with the sternum. Not attaching, dorsally attaching with the vertebral column, ventrally not attaching with the sternum. Instead of the attachment of the sternum, it is attaching with the 7th rib. That means indirectly it is attaching to the sternum. Indirectly how it is attaching? It is attaching to the 7th rib. So that 7th rib it is attaching with the one cartilage, haline cartilage. So based on that only, here we keep the name that is a vertebrochondrin. How many bones are there? 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. If you see in that pointer place, that already I said that true ribs are attaching with the vertebrosternal parts, but false ribs are not attaching with the sternum part. Instead of the sternum part, they are attaching to the 7th. So that's why vertebrachondrin, that bones. Then because of that attachment with 7th bone, 7th rib, it is helpful by that attachment by that cartilage, haline cartilage. So here false ribs, how many ribs are there? 8, 9, 10. Totally 3 ribs. So total within the 12 ribs, 1 to 7 ribs are true ribs. 8, 9, 10. These 3 are belongs to false ribs. False ribs are only attaching to the dorsal side vertebral column, ventral side not attaching sternum, directly attaching with the 7th rib. That you have to remember. Then come to the next one, floating ribs. These floating ribs are floating. That word itself you will get it meaning. The floating ribs are free. These floating ribs are 2 floating ribs, 11th and 12th ribs are floating ribs. These ribs in dorsal side it is attaching with the vertebral column, but in ventral side it is not attaching with any sternum or not at any rib also. So that floating ribs we can able to sensible in our lateral side in the rib cage base, the 2 bones, 2 ribs we can see in the lateral side, its edge point is there. Remaining ribs are everything will come and attaching with the sternum or 7th. So that's why in the above the stomach and the lungs below we can feel that ribs. But 2 limbs in the lateral side, if you touch it your abdominal below the lateral side, we felt it that one. So such a type of ribs we call as a floating ribs. They are floating in the abdominal cavity. The ribs are only 2 ribs. One is the 11th, another one is the 12th. Okay. Then ventral side, these and all free, not at any attachment. Dorsal side as usually attaching with the vertebral column. based on this one, you can say one statement. All the ribs are attaching on dorsal side with vertebral column, but not ventral side, it is not attaching with the sternum. Okay, then come to the total axial skeletal bone counting. Axial skeleton bone counting. Totally axial skeleton is made up of the how many bones? 80 bones. In that 80 bones, skull is 29 bones and vertebrals are 26 bones, and then now individually skull having again 8 bones in cranium and facial 14 bones and ear ossicles 6 and hyoid 1, totally in cranium 29. Counting podumanana. Then later vertebrae 26, that vertebrae already we seen. One is a cervical and thoracic, lumbar, sacral, coccygeal. Later sternum, just now only we seen the sternum, and then ribs 24 or 12 pairs. So if you count all these 29, 26 and sternum and ribs 1 and 24, totally it is equal to the 80 bones. That is belongs to axial skeletal system. Axial skeletal system. That pointer place, if you see that C indicates the cranium, F indicates the facial, E, O indicates the ear ossicle, H, Y hyoid bone. That you have to remember. Okay, that's fun. One that pointer place I am showing simply sternum 1, ribs 24. That's all. Okay, this is our axial skeletal system along with the counting. In the next video, I would like to explain about our appendicular skeletal system. Up to that, wait now. Thank you.